Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I am Daniel and today we have the Criterium du Dauphiné and Tour de Suisse all in the same episode because we need to go faster because we have the national championships and of course we have the Tour de France right around the corner. So I want to give you these two races in a basically an highlights mode. So yeah, I'm here. I already simulated the first stage of Criterium du Dauphiné, and if we get a look on the sponsors, we have a objective for Criterium du Dauphiné that is stage wins, but it's just an half a star importance. So I'm not going to give a lot of importance to this, but of course I'm going to try to do that. At least one stage win, if not a top 3 or top 5, I don't know. But yeah, you can see here on the morale that we have some guys unhappy. Bocamolema with few races, Nicola Conchi with a loaded schedule, and Jasper Stuyven without a race for 30 days, so we need to give him a race day at least, and he's booked for a race already, so that is okay. Then we have Tom Squint and Jacobo Mosca that are waiting impatiently for the first victory, but of course this is very difficult with these two guys. I don't see that happen, but oh well. And yeah, without further ado, let's go now for stage number 2 of the Criterium du Dauphiné because it is a hill stage, so let's see how we going to handle this stage. And you can see the squad here. Julian Bernard, Kenny Ellison, Alexander Kemp, Alex Kirsch, Mats Pedersen, Richie Porte and Quinn Simmons, and of course Richie Porte is going to be our guy for the mountains. So yeah, without further ado, let's go right away into the stage. And so the race was perfectly fine until the 50-kilometer marker where Kenny Ellison got a puncture and therefore was very far behind on the peloton, and I was a bit sad at this point because I had Kellison to be my main guy today alongside Richie Porte because he has a +4 day. And yeah, that puncture did not help at all because he wasted a lot of energy trying to recover to his teammates because I made a train in this stage. I decided to do that, so I made a little train for the last climb where basically all of my guys were involved, or almost all of my guys, and I just putting a high pace on the peloton to leave Richie Porte on a very good position, and that worked pretty well I believe because it ended up on Julian Bernard, Kenny Ellison and Richie Porte in the front, perfectly placed for Richie Porte to launch his sprint inside the 2 km marker. So yeah, it was pretty good, but maybe it was too soon because right down the wire at the finish line Valentin Madouas had just stolen the victory from Richie Porte, and therefore we're just second on this stage behind Valentin Madouas, who is the new yellow jersey. So we just got stole from the first place on this stage and the overall classification really, and therefore we are on the second position on the overall classification, 4 seconds behind Valentin Madouas. But yeah, in general the stage were very good from our team. I'm very satisfied with the team really. And now for stage number 3, it looks like a pretty normal stage for the sprinters. We are already on the last 15 kilometers of the stage, but as you can see we have a second category climb which can be very tricky, and of course I got a trick in my sleeve that I intended to use it, and that's what I'm going to do right here. As you can see I have a train set up, and I'm going to attack this climb because why not, I have guys on a very good shape day, and that's what I'm trying to do right here, put a high pace in the peloton and try to surprise them all, maybe gain some seconds with Richie Porte to go for the leader's jersey. And at the summit I attacked with Julian Bernard, and it just rested Julian Bernard, Richie Porte and Mats Pedersen for the last few kilometers of the stage, and they worked very hard until the finish line where Pedersen, with his sprint stats much better than Porte, got away and got the victory on stage number 3 for our team. And then comes Richie Porte on second place, and then Julian Bernard, and we can see the peloton right behind them, but as it seems on the screen we have some seconds ahead of them. I thought that we gained at least 50 seconds, but Then when it comes to the results, because it was a flat stage, we didn't gain any seconds, it was all with the same time on the peloton, so now we have just 2 seconds ahead of Valentin Madouas, so it's not a big of a gap, but we have the yellow jersey and the stage win, so we did our sponsor objective, which is great. So yeah, let's go right away into the next stage because our race is perfectly done so far. But first, a quick update on Juan Pedro Lopez, who had an injury on the Giro d'Italia and is recovering very well so far. And now for stage number 4, now it is a flat stage, so I didn't bother to play this one, so I just wanted to simulate it, so I made my strategy to try to do something with Pedersen on the sprint to see if he was on a good place in the end. And after all, it was Dylan Groenewegen the big winner of today's stage, and of course Pedersen not even close for fighting for the victory, but that is perfectly normal. So yeah, Groenewegen with another win on this Criterium du Dauphiné. And now for stage number 5, a big mountain stage, and from here on now it's just big mountain stage until the finish. So yeah, we have now 4 stages just mountains. And this first one, it culminates on Col de Port. It is a mythic climb, and yeah, my guys were on a good day again, so I try the same thing with the train. We have these 2 last climbs on the stage, and I tried already on the first climb to do something, or at least try to position Port very well ahead in the peloton, and that's what I did. So my train was set up, my guys were good, and it was all fine until the last kilometers of the climb, where Alex Kirsch did not handle the pace and fell down into the peloton a little bit, and it was a bit worrying for a moment because I was losing too many places, but we survived the first climb. And then it comes the last climb, where my guys were a bit knackered, but I pushed them to the limits. Maybe it was not the smartest idea, I don't know, but I know that on the last few kilometers Tony Galopin attacked, I needed to respond with my guys, and I did that very well with my teammates. Alisson and Roland Bernard responded very well to the attacks, and for a moment we controlled the race, and we were in the head of the peloton with 3 guys. Port as the last guy, he had some energy, so I thought yeah, we got this controlled. So far so good. Julian Bernard entered on the job to pace because he was with less energy than Kenny Ellison, so I swapped them around for Bernard to do the job, but then it was Thibaut Pinot that was attacking, and of course this time I need to respond it with Richie Porte. And at first Richie Porte looks like he has everything controlled, as we are entering the last 5 kilometers of the stage with his own pace, doing his own thing, but it seems that we don't have the energy left to continue like this throughout the rest of the stage. And then it was Bokman and Roglic attacking and putting themselves a pace, and of course I cannot handle this pace for that long, so I needed to pause it. And yeah, Richie Porte on a bad day did not have the energy and the strength necessary to get along with the rest of the guys, so therefore we finished very far behind on the stage. The win was for Thibaut Pinot ahead of everyone else alone, so he was the strongest today. But yeah, it was not the day for Richie Porte. And yeah, Thibaut Pinot is the strongest of them all, finishing first place on this stage. Richie Porte came in 7th place, 1 minute 22 seconds down, but thankfully we are still on the 4th place of the general classification, ahead of Fuglsang and Tony Galopin, but the margin is very small, so we need to be careful as we are entering now another big mountain stage, stage number 6, 2 big special category climbs. It's not easy once again because we have 2 big climbs, and that's all that matters this stage are these 2 climbs. And this time I did not put a train with my team. I decided not to do that because, as we saw, it was not the best results that we have, although we did good, but we did not do that well. So yeah, no train for us in this stage, as we are entering the first special category climb. It is a big breakaway of 21 guys ahead, but just 3 minutes, so it's not enough for a stage win, I believe. And yeah, on the first climb we have Quinn Simmons protecting Richie Porte. We have still Bernard and Ellison on the peloton, but they were far behind, and Simmons just dropped off the peloton because it doesn't have the energy. And the peloton, the other teams were putting a pace really high on the peloton, so it was not easy for us. Although Bernard did a fantastic job to recover, and in the end we had only Bernard protecting Richie Porte for the last kilometers of the stage, for the last climb, and he did what he could. He protected us, but again Tony Galopin attacked on the stage, and I took too long to respond. I don't know why, but I was too slow to respond to that attack, and therefore I lost some bit of time, tried to catch the guys, but I attacked with Port, but of course I was already 40 seconds behind them, and it was getting difficult to catch them really. And in the end, once again, Richie Port did not have the capability of following this pace, and he was dropped from the group where he was, because again the 0 day condition don't help at all really. So we dropped down from the group. We did not did well this time once again, and the victory once again is for Thibaut Pinot alone, and Roglic and Buchmann comes to finish the podium. So these three are the best three in this Criterium du Dauphiné for sure. And then Richie Porte very far behind this stage, only at 18th position, not great at all really. We lost a lot of time, almost 3 minutes that we lost this stage with this 18th position. But on the overall classification, somehow we are still on the 6th place, so we are still top 10, which is good of course, I'm not complaining, but I wanted a bit more, that at least that 4th place. I think it's ours, and yeah, it's a bit disappointing, but yeah, we need to focus on the next stages, because there are some big stages once again. This stage number 7 full of climbs, and it's some hard climbs, so yeah, we need to be careful. But this time I decided not to play it, because really I didn't want to play that, because I'm not feeling that well of playing, and things were not going that well for me, so I decided why not take a chance and simulate this one. So I'm just putting up the strategy for Richie Porte really, to see what can he do on the simulation. And I simulated, and somehow maybe I got lucky, I don't know, we were 4th on the stage. That is right, we are 4 behind the 3 guys that are the best on this Criterium du Dauphiné: Thibaut Pinot, Buchmann and Roglic. And Thibaut Pinot again, another win for him, so he is the main guy on this Criterium du Dauphiné for sure. But yeah, Richie Porte gave a pretty good response on this stage, and we are now again on the 4th position, which is great, and hope that we can maintain that position on the last stage. But first we have the Tour de Suisse starting, so Gianluca Brambilla, Giulio Ciccone, Emil Lippings, Bocca Molema, Rynen, Tom Squins and Jasper Stuyven is the team that is going to race Tour de Suisse, and the first stage it is a 10 km time trial, so I simulated once again because it was a time trial, a short one. It's not going to make a big impact on the overall classifications. And yeah, we did not win, of course. The win is for Victor Campaneris from NTT, and our best guy is Gianluca Brambilla and 38th place, so not that great, but it doesn't matter really, just some seconds, and then we can recover on the next stages. But now we have the last stage of the Dauphiné, the 8th stage, and again pretty demanding mountain stage. And again, I don't know why, but I decided why the hell not simulate it once again, take this risk to see what's going to happen. And in the end, maybe I'm not that lucky, because Richie Porte just at a 9th place, not great at all, 43 seconds down from the first place, that is the superb Thibaut Pinot, who is again the winner of the stage and the winner of the general classification, ahead of Primož Roglic and Emmanuel Buchmann. And yeah, I think these are the main men for the Tour de France really, because they are the better men right here. And somehow Richie Porte secured the 4th place just by some seconds ahead of Tony Galopin, so I don't know how, but we did it. We did the top 5 on the Criterium du Dauphiné. I think it's a fantastic result, and we did the objective with the stage win of Pedersen. So yeah, in the end, I think it's a pretty good result for our team, really. And yeah guys, we have already more than 15 minutes on this episode, and yeah, I believe that I'm going to leave it here. I know that I said that I will bring Tour de Suisse as well, but I think I will bring that on the next episode, so yeah, I'm sorry for that, but I hope you understand it. This episode is long enough, I believe, and yeah, don't forget to subscribe and leave a like for more. Stay safe, bye bye.